This is Jax, a character in a real playable game called Sector Scavengers. His animations are smooth, his design is consistent, he fits in the world around him. He was built entirely from a text description. No artist on the team, no commissioned art, no weeks spent learning a new tool just to get one asset into a workable state. Just an idea, a description, and a finished character. This is what the same project looked like before the art existed. The game logic is there, the systems work, the structure is planned, but there is no world for it to live in, because every time this developer sat down to work on the art, they hit the same wall. They are not an artist. This is the real reason solo devs don't finish games. Not motivation, not time, not technical skill. The problem is that making a game requires two completely different disciplines, programming and art, and most solo devs are only built for one of those things. If you focus heavily on the technical side, the world building might suffer, leading to a project that resembles a tech demo more than a full game. On the flip side, if you prioritize crafting the game world, a lack of cohesive systems and mechanics can leave the project feeling more like an artistic prototype. It sounds harsh, but it is a reality that has stopped many ideas from becoming fully fleshed games. Today we're going to build Jax, start to finish, from a text description to a fully animated, game-ready character inside a real game. Not a shortcut, not a promise that AI does everything for you. A real workflow so that the developer who can build the logic can also build the world it lives in. This is Art Studio, Makko AI's answer to the problem we just talked about. The idea is specific. You describe what you need and the AI works with you to generate assets that are built for the technical requirements game engines actually need. Not images for a website, not concept art for a pitch deck, game assets with the right format, the right transparency, the right animation structure. Characters, animations, backgrounds, props, UI. Everything your game needs to look and feel like the vision in your head, all in one place. Here is what happens when you ask a general AI image tool to make a game character. It looks good, it might look genuinely impressive, but this would never fool a dev like you. A dev knows that this isn't a game-ready asset. The background's not transparent, there are no cohesive animation frames, it is one single image. The resolution is not standardized. And if you generate a second character, the style will already be drifting. You cannot drop this into a game engine. You would need to strip the background manually, create cohesive animation frames from scratch, resize it, and even then, the consistency across multiple characters would fall apart. Art Studio knows what a game sprite needs to be because it was built for that specific output. That is the difference. And that difference is the art barrier removed. So, let's build Jax. The first thing you need to do is set up a collection if you haven't already. For Sector Scavengers, we already have one with lots of assets, lots of concept art and reference images, and a character sub-collection ready for Jax. At first glance, collections are just project folders, when in reality, it is a way to generate consistent game assets by utilizing concept art and reference images. And yes, that is on top of being a way to organize everything about your game's art. Everything for Sector Scavengers lives in the Sector Scavengers collection. Inside that, there are sub-collections for specific asset types. Characters here, props there, backgrounds in their own space. This organization matters when you are building a game with dozens if not hundreds of assets. But right now, we just need the character sub-collection. So let's go to it. When the player is starting the game, they get to a part where they have 3 choices for the character they will be throughout the game, each with their own set of skills, feel, and look. Jax is described as a stocky engineer in grease-stained coveralls, patches welded over tears, his face smeared with engine oil, a bandolier of emergency sealing canisters across his chest. Let's take that description into our character sub-collection for Sector Scavengers and input it into the prompt field. You can also choose the art style and preset you want your character generated in. We want Jax to be consistent with the rest of our game, so for the art style, we choose Chibi. Because this character will be used for character sprites, we use the character sprite preset, and then we generate. By default, you will generate one image at a time, but you can always increase that if you want to see more options per generation. The choice is yours. This is the starting point. It is not always perfect on the first try, and that is by design. This is a creative process. You look at what came back and you direct it. The iterate option lets you describe exactly what needs to change without starting over. Say you like the way it looks, but you want a different color for the clothes. It's as simple as telling Makko just that. Every iteration creates a new character that you can adjust or save. You're in control. Each iteration refines the result towards your vision. You are the creative director, the AI is just executing. Once Jax looks right, we generate the reference images. These give the AI a front, side, and back view of the character, so that when we move into animations, the AI knows what Jax looks like from every angle. Choose the iteration of Jax that you like the most, even if it isn't the most recent one. You have the previous versions you already worked on available to you. Then, generate reference images. If the reference images don't look consistent, generate them again. Once they look right, we name and save the character. Take a second to really think about what just happened here. We were able to go from a description to an animation ready character without drawing a single frame, and we had full creative control the entire way. Now, we build the animation. Reference images are sweet, but unless your character is meant to be still the entire time, this just won't cut it. We need Jax to be animated. In order to work on the animations, we go into the character details page. We get there by clicking on the animate button on the character. This is the single source of truth for each character. Every animation, every sprite sheet, every manifest we create for Jax lives here. The first animation we need is the idle, the subtle animation loop that plays on the character selection screen. That is where the player first meets Jax, so it is where we start. Every animation prompt has two parts, the orientation and the description. The orientation tells the AI which direction the character faces. The description tells it what the character is doing. For the character selection screen, we want Jax facing forward. And for the description, we want something that our Jax character would do in the game. A muscle flex was smiling at the camera. Same principle as before. If the first result is not quite right, iterate, rephrase the prompt, try a different description of the movement. The goal is not a one-shot perfection. It is iteration until the result matches the vision. Once the animation looks right, we extract the frames and clean up the loop in the frame editor. Remove any frames that break the flow. What you are left with is a clean, looping animation ready to become a sprite sheet. Exit the studio and click New Sheet. Here we can configure our sprite sheet to exactly what we need. For most cases, leaving everything as default will work just fine, but look through each option and ensure that it fits your needs. When all the configurations match what you need, click Bake Sprite Sheet, and what you get is a game-ready asset. If you are building outside of Makko, you can download it here and take it wherever you need. But if you are building in Makko's Code Studio, the next step is the manifest. Now, one thing worth saying here, Jax is going to need more animations than just the idle, a walk cycle, a selected state, eventually a full set of gameplay animations. Every single one of those follows this exact same process. You describe the movement, you generate, you iterate, you extract, you bake. The workflow does not change. The only thing that changes is the description. The manifest is the bridge between Art Studio and Code Studio. It bundles everything the game needs to use this character. The animations, the scale, the hitbox, the anchor point that tells the game exactly where Jax sits on the screen. One manifest per character per game. When Jax appears in Sector Scavengers, the game reads this manifest and knows exactly what to do with him. Creating a manifest for this character is as simple as clicking Create Manifest, naming the manifest, and selecting all of the sprite sheets we want included. Then we are ready to bring him into the game. Open the asset library in Code Studio, filter to the character manifest, find Jax, label right there with the project he belongs to, and click Add to Project. The notification confirms it. Tell Makko that we just added a sprites manifest for Jax and to start using it. Hit Rebuild. The character that was a prompt a few minutes ago is now inside of Sector Scavengers, ready to be selected. This is what the art barrier looks like when it is gone. The game logic was always there, the systems were always there, the vision was always there. The only thing that was missing was the art. And now, it is not missing. Jax exists. He is in the game. He is ready to be selected. And the developer who built the logic, who may never have drawn this, built him too. Art Studio is free to try. No credit card, no art background required, no learning curve measured in months. If the art barrier is the thing standing between you and a finished game, this is worth your time. Go to Makko.ai and start building. And if this video changed how you think about what solo game development can actually look like, subscribe. We make these videos for developers like you who are trying to ship.